injured here. 1v1 outer reaches blue side. It's Tex playing as a brother captain. Durable commander, walks through cover and cannot be suppressed. Fights melee, good offense and support. Up against is Dullahan playing a commando nub. Infiltrating commander that shoots you, stabs you and blows you up a lot. Strike squad on the field for Tex. Durable and versatile heavy infantry. Decent melee and range. And double sluggers opening for Dullahan. It's a very big 1v1 map. Grey Knights might struggle to get around it without a Rhino. Some pot shots at the commander knob, but he finishes the cap and can now infiltrate and back off. Contested VP in the northeast, natural for Tex northwest, and natural for Dullahan southeast-ish. More stormtroopers for Tex. Shooters trying to cap this power, but here comes Strike Squad and Dullahan coming in. He's going to try and get a stun bomb on these guys, I think. Nope, he's backing off. Here comes Sluggers, and there's a war from the Sluggers and the Shooters boosting their speed and damage. There's the stun bomb attempt. Tex dodges it, and a special attack from the Grey Knight brother captain going in up against the Commando. No, he's going after the Sluggers now. Thought he was going to try and stop the Commando from shooting that dangerous twin link shooter of his. Doesn't want to lose a Strike Squad model. 83 requisition to reinforce these guys, and a good engagement for Tex. Killed 4 Sluggers and didn't lose anything. Sluggers backing off these stormtroopers who don't want to get into melee with stuff. Decent range damage though with these hotshot las guns, especially if they give them a sergeant. They can really hurt stuff. Brother captain is still harassing the Ork army, trying to keep it from capping up the map. Going to be forced off eventually though. There is the force off, and he retreats. Stun bomb didn't matter because it was already retreating. Sluggers, do we have any burners yet? No, we do have double shooters though, and big shooter on the way for this squad would allow them to suppress infantry with aiming. What's that? 500 491. Stormtroopers capping the northeast. Tex gets a 2-to-1 early on. Dullahan straight away outnumbering him, as you'll notice. 4 squads to 3, and grenade launchers up for these stormtroopers, and these things really hurt. Look at the damage to those shooters, just a few landed there. 500 478. Sluggers will cap the VP. Nope. I think they're going to decap this wreck point instead, which is fully matured, while the shooters Dakka at the node. No generators put up by Tex. Chronolog forced off by Stormbolter fire. But is he going to save this node? I don't think he is. Bang, there it is. 125 requisition to build a node. So taking them down is no small feat. Sluggers moving in. Double shooters firing. Can this Strike Squad survive? Look at those special attacks. They have such awesome special attacks. And Dullahan not happy. Sluggers, do they get away? 15 hit points. They do. Just about. 12 hit points. 11, 9, 7, 4, 5. They are away. Very close to losing that squad. Stormtroopers caught in melee, but the Sluggers had to run around this cover, which didn't help them out, and now they're in trouble. He might lose the squad here. Down to 5 models. Nope, should be fine. I thought it was going to retreat through the Strike Squad. 482 461. There's the 2-to-1 cap for Dullahan. Another Strike Squad for Tex. This is the second one that you're seeing right now. First one going after the shooters, trying to tie them up in melee. Got an excellent stun bomb. Still can't get a model off these guys though. Has a big shooter on both of these shooter boys, so he can now chain those aiming what's that bursts and the Assassin's Knife up on the Kommando knob. Dangerous melee weapon with that. Stab him good. What is it called? Assassinate. Here comes Sluggers. 455, 461. Stormtroopers with their grenades going off. There's grenades on both of them. No, only one squad has grenade launchers. Here come double strike. We might see the double strike with 2 Justicars, which can be very, very nasty when you put 2 energy bursts together in tier 2. 442, 461. Brother Captain with a special attack, and he needed it. Might use it to retreat. No, he's staying in this engagement. Can he finish off the sluggers? No. So Dullahan has been bled a fair amount, as you'd expect in this matchup, I suppose, but I think he would have wanted to kill at least one of his strat squad bundles. There's a stun bomb. Now he doesn't have the energy to use Assassinate, and it was dodged anyway. Taking a bunch of damage. Kommando needs to be careful. Here come infiltrating sluggers, infiltrated by the Kommando global, and they're in amongst the strat squad. But again, cannot get a model. Needed to get burners, I think, to stand a chance. Easier said than done when you're losing 3 or 4 sluggers in each engagement. 413, 461. Those guys going north to smack on some stormtroopers, I think. Double shooters against his strike squad, who had a little bit of cover there, which made all the difference, and still do not lose a model. Tier 2 for Dullahan. Stormtroopers caught by the sluggers, some special attacks there. You have a higher chance of getting a special attack if you're attacking a unit that is on the move, since you lose melee skill while you're moving. And Stormtroopers get out there. These guys get away with just a single model though. Sluggers in retreat path of these. Shooters taking shots as well, but they can't get another model. No models lost. These guys have a sergeant. Makes them a detector unit, of course, as well, which will help them versus the Kommando. Sluggers trying to fight 2 strike squads and a brother captain here. And he's going to lose a squad, surely he is. No, they get away. He doesn't finish them off, but he does finish off the shooters, I think. Yes. Brother Captain now level 3. We might see the Nemesis Demon Hammer. Though, you might still see it. He still has double sluggers to deal with. Strike squad now engaging the sluggers. Dullahan getting absolutely owned in this engagement. Is he going to lose these sluggers as well? 3, 2, 1, yes. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Replaces the shooters he lost. How is he going to recover from this? No, forget the shooters. He's going for a Death Dread. Good choice versus double strike. These guys can get a Psy Cannon each, which will be a threat to the Death Dread, but other than that, there's nothing Tex can do with his current loadout. Brother Captain can't get a vehicle counter, Stormtroopers can't get a vehicle counter. So are we going to see Tex get 1 or 2 Psy Cannons on these guys? You could save up, of course, for a Purgation and get Psy Cannons on that. It is a big map as well for a melee walker. We'll see how it goes. And now some looters. Sluggers with a Knob Leader. Shooters with their big shooter. Knob Leader does make sluggers a whole lot better, gives them Swamp 'em, and he's a pretty nasty melee fighter himself, but no burners on these guys. Forces off the Stormtroopers. Can he get into retreat path? Didn't even try, I don't think. Kommando Knob will retake the VP. Dullahan lost a lot of stuff, but he does have decent map control. Tex thought he was going to get a Librarian, but he's going for Purgation here, now that he's spotted this Death Dread. Sluggers and a Death Dread versus double strike squad and a Brother Captain. Look at those special attacks again, sending things absolutely flying. Is he going to get the melee upgrade for these 2 strike squads? Are we going to see Call the Boys here? Nope. Sluggers forced off, doesn't have the red for Call the Boys. He's taken some models off the strike squad though. Almost took out one of the squads, in fact took out 3 strike squad models, so that was pretty decent. Here are the looters, setup team that suppress with a death gun by default, can also infiltrate. And Dullahan pressuring the VP, and look at this. Burners and bits on the Death Dread. And those front mounted burners do insane damage to generators. Look at that. 2 volleys and a generator is gone. Well, here we see the side cannons. Powerful ranged weapon for the Purgation squad. Good damage to all targets with small area effects. Kommando infiltrates to tie them up. Tech saw it coming, I think, and backs away. And he's going to wipe the gens, I think. Death Dread needs to be very careful pulling out of there, though.
Understood.
Justicar on the way for this strike squad. Death Dread running into trouble, but does tie up the Purgation with that splash damage melee he has. Very effective versus infantry. Looters set up, but taking grenade hits. Look at the damage from those grenades. Here comes Sluggers. Double energy burst. Look at the damage it does. That's crazy. Already lost 2 or 3 models before they even got into melee because of that energy burst from the Justicars. Does AoE damage and drains energy, so you can only use it on stuff that has energy. 304, 447, 2-1 for Dullahan, and another Death Dread. Strike squad forced off. Has burners and bits for both of these, giving them 10-50 hit points. But this thing might go down here. Gets away, and Purgation forced off. He retains his 2 Death Dreads. He might want to get this thing back to base and repair it though. He's going to be able to decap this VP again. Orks outmaneuvering the Grey Knights at the moment. Tex has been restricted to this area of the map. Kommando Knob staying in this engagement. Now he does retreat, and this is risky for this Death Dread. Purgation will be right here. Here are some looters. Death Dread now backing off. Sluggers repairing the other one. Side cannons coming in with those shots. 268, 447. Looters refacing themselves, and they will suppress that entire blob. Tex blobbing his units a bit there. And look at this, he has got another side cannon on one of his strike squad. So he has 4 side cannons to fire at this thing now. Purgation will turn and engage, and this is the end of this Death Dread, I think. Be very surprised if you can get it out of here alive. It still lives. 247, 447. Here comes Sluggers using Swampum, reducing the range damage, boosting their speed. And this Death Dread is still in here, and look at the resources Dullahan has now. Despite those heavy losses at the end of Tier 1, he's done very well, putting huge amounts of pressure on Tex. And look at the map, 236, 447. Down goes the Death Dread. He might lose both of the Death Dreads. He doesn't seem to be too bothered though. He's going Tier 3. And is this a mistake? He does lose them both, feeding experience to the Great Knights. Level 2 strike, level 1 Purg, level 3 strike squad. And he has side cannons all around. He now has 5 side cannons. Dullahan floating and teching up late. Now has looters, shooters and sluggers, and still no burners for these guys. Gives them a couple of power melee weapons and boosts their health. Perhaps he doesn't think it's worth it now that he has the double energy burst. Are we going to see it again? Nope. Not that I saw anyway. Look at the firepower from those 5 side cannons. And the stormtroopers, let's not forget, because these guys put out some damage as well. Dullahan not happy with them. 213, 447. Tier 3 now. Brother Captain gonna decap? No, he's just gonna destroy his power. Should not have overextended his Death Dread like that. Stormtroopers gonna try and take down this node. Commandos, no flash kits, sorry, on the way for Dullahan. That'll be interesting. Maybe get a couple of flash kits with blasters and try and blow up all this strike squad stuff. Brother Captain level 4 with no war gear. Kommando with just that knife. Done reasonably well with it though. There's the 2-to-1 for Dullahan, and he's going to decap Tex's
We
natural.
shall make it so.
Contested is going to turn blue though. Now it can move across and take out this node. Here are the flash kits, lots of DAC up, and they have the git finders too. Increases their range even more. Infiltrated sluggers now moving in. There is Swampum. Looters are set up, but need to get a bit closer than that. Sluggers are isolated now. Going after the strike. Here comes the brother captain. As used, we are the hammer, boosting the damage resistance of all of this stuff and boosting its speed. Looters suppressing everything. There is the double energy burst again, forcing off the flash kits. Do flash kits even have an ability? Why do they have energy? Not sure. 181, 447, looters forced off. Kommando has taken Tex's natural though for the 2-to-1, 180, 447. Can he see this out? He is tier 3. Tex is a long way off tier 3. Brother captain on capping duty. Stormtroopers level 2 and level 2. Level 3 strike, level 2 strike, level 1 purgation. Sluggers still only level 2 and still no burners. They're pretty much used to just run in, tie stuff up for a little while and then run away again. Don't really take out any models. Kommando's going to go down here if he's not careful. Does decap. Needs to infiltrate. Needs to infiltrate. Brother captain teleports after him and takes him down. There's a teleporter pack. Kommando almost got away, and look at the map control now for Tex. 167-1447, sorry. Lucas getting too close here. Now blasters up on the flash kits. 167-446, and Tex getting his natural decapped again. Here comes sluggers. Constantly throwing these guys into engagements that they can't win, but they might take down the strike squad. Almost did. Down to a single model, but the brother captain there swung it in the Grey Knight favour. Here come the flash kits. Don't really want to get into melee with stuff though. Kommando back out and on capping duty. Dullahan a couple of hundred rep position away from getting knobs on the field if he so chooses. Looters suppressing that strike squad, but these grenades are going to disrupt and do a lot of damage to those looters. Flash kits infiltrate from hide the boys. There's a stun bomb and it stuns the brother captain, but he loses one of the flash kits. Kommando now infiltrate. Can he finish off the brother captain? Almost did. Here comes the rest of the Grey Knights though. All those side cannons. 167-427, 2-to-1 cap. Good map control now for Tex. Dullahan struggling since he lost those double death dreads in Tex's base. It was a huge mistake to do that, I think. Going after the purgation. Can he take them out? No. Sluggers. I'm amazed these guys are still alive. And again they get away. Looters will set up. Kommando is going to die here, yes. I think his boom time would have been good. Getting into melee and then set off that big explosion. Because Tex has blobbed quite a lot and now has a Grey Knight Librarian support sub-commander for the Grey Knights. Can smite and can support with Shroud, which is what he's getting. Codicum Maternum. 167-396. Looted tank on the way for Dullahan against 5 side cannons. I don't think that's going to turn out very well. Looters on capping duty now. Look at the red that Tex has. He's not in tier 3 though, so he can't use a nuke. And Dullahan is used hide the boys tons and tons of times, so it doesn't have the red for a rocks. Sluggers again, absolutely owned. Some storm boys would be good against this range blob. Dullahan hasn't done a lot to counter it. He's trying to counter the Grey Knight's range blob with his own range blob with a looted tank and flash kits. 167372. He has tried to suppress them with looters, but there's just been too much stuff to deal with for the looters. Brother Captain has the Nemesis Demon Hammer. 100 DPS melee damage. Can the sluggers finish off the Brother Captain? No, a big smite on those sluggers. And they have to retreat. There's the big boom shot. Grey Knights forced off en masse. Dullahan has the 2-to-1 and looters will set up perhaps to cover this VP. Yes. Librarian shrouding himself and will head to the top. Not sure how long it lasts. Nope, he's backing off. Looted tank can't see him. 2-to-1 for Dullahan. Tex hasn't spread his forces out quite enough, I think. He's sending his stormtroopers top now with his double strike. Always together. Storm Boys would have been awesome with their Nobleader jumping in and stunning all of that stuff. Sluggers with just their Nobleader decap and now retreat. 128372. If he had 2 flash kits, it would have been a lot better, but he's gone for a tank as well. Still alive right now though. 121372. Brother Captain now equipped to instantly tie up those flash kits with his teleport, and he's going for the Mantle of Terror. 114372. Shooters pushing top. These guys are level 3 with their Nobleader up against 2 Stormtrooper squads though, and these Stormtroopers are in cover, so I don't think these guys are going to have much luck. No, forced off. Looters are still here though. Look at the damage they're doing to these Stormtroopers as well. I don't think Tex has realised that they're there. Now he has. And he's going top with everything. Location open up on that looted tank. Trying to repair it with the sluggers, and here come the double strike. There's the big boom shot. There is the Canticle of Absolution. Preventing all of this stuff from using abilities. Does it work on vehicles? I think it does. 83372 Dullahan with a 2-to-1 still. Looters opening up at close range, and look at this stuff getting shredded. Now it retreats. Tex hasn't paid enough attention to this northeast VP, I don't think. Easier said than done though when your stuff is so slow. Looters will set up again. Brother Captain though teleports in, uses Demolition Strike, and I think these looters are going to die. Yes. 8 Strike Squad members with the melee attack. We'll finish them off. Here come the flash kits. 61372. Sneaky Kommando might want to go and decap this VP now. Oh, shooters are going to do it. 57372. Flash kits getting shots. Can they get another volley off before they lose a model? Commando's coming in, I think. Yes, called in global ability of Dullahan's Kommando Knob. Really good disruption and area effect damage with their burner bomb and love the Dakar. Can he finish off this Brother Captain? Nope, teleports away. He can retake the northeast though and might win this game now because he's decapped Tex's natural. Huge losses for Dullahan. Tex has just been beaten by mobility though. If he is indeed beaten. Here is a Grey Knight Dreadnought. Starts off with this multi-melter. Has a very mean looking close combat weapon as well. And Maelstrom, which is an awesome ability. Librarian getting a bit close to all of this stuff. And it's forced off, not sure what it was trying to do. Dreadnought going after the looted tank, and down it goes. A multi-melter hit and some melee hits. Didn't last long, did it? Commandos, I think, are going to throw a bomb on those Stormtroopers. There it is. And there's Love the Dakar as well. But they are forced off. There is Maelstrom, you see it. Draining the health of these Commandos. Also reduces speed. 44372. Tex is still in this. More looters for Dullahan. Sluggers using War to try and close the distance on his Stormtroopers a bit faster. Level 3 Stormtroopers and level 4 Stormtroopers. Perhaps he should get grenades for both of them. Dullahan doesn't think he can hold with the Dreadnought here and concedes. Tex, War of Attrition, kept his strike squads alive. Level 4, both of them. I think Dullahan could have done a bit better to counter them. Double flash kits would have been good, or some Storm Boys. Thanks for watching, guys. I will see you next time.